an interesting conversation about in one of the communities with another large brand around what we should be teaching our kids, and that whole AI first thing is obviously a given. And interestingly, the governmentally speaking, so, we're in a general purpose technology. Is where we believe we are with AI, and the political, behavioural, societal, technological reasons for that, particularly political, is really interesting, because I think it's probably the first time I've seen what you might call the opposition and the current government are doing slightly different things, but they are really racing towards this whole open AI world and trying to keep the UK at the forefront. And the UK, interestingly, has, I saw a stat recently, which has only 1.3% of the world's compute power, meaning the kind of chips involved in all stuff, which is quite low. But they're both pushing that direction. So education will follow. And what follows from education is new careers, new opportunities, new businesses, and so on. So I think, without being an AI maximalist, I mean, the direction of travel, I think, is quite positive.
Yeah, completely. And there, it was interesting to read about the government's almost like decentralized AI regulatory plan. And again, I haven't read it in detail, but I think that the thing that was interesting to me is the intersection of AI and blockchain, a decentralized foundation with this incredible emerging technology, is where we're headed into the future. There's the intersection of these two technologies, and what is going to happen and what gets created off the back of it is absolutely fascinating, I think.
So we're heading into the transparency decade?
We're heading into the transparency decade. Somebody said that, I can't remember who, probably...
Someone really clever and handsome.
Maybe, yeah.
Funny.
Of course, yeah. Articulate.
Bald.
Harsh. Old.
Craggy.
Yeah, that's it.
Lived in.
Sarcastic. Bitter.
When they turn up, let me know.
Okay, will do. Yeah, the transparency decade, 100%. That, for businesses, for society, I think this is the direction of travel, isn't it? And there's some really interesting things that are coming out of this. One of the areas is on Ethereum, on the blockchain. A lot of work's going into something called account abstraction. Basically, what they're doing is they're trying to stop making it so fucking difficult to set a wallet up and manage it. Because at the moment, if you've done it, you've got to get a wallet set up. You've got a recovery phrase that you've got to write down somewhere. If you lose that, you've lost the wallet.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do. If we're aiming for mass adoption, that isn't going to work.
Yeah.
So account abstraction, the goal basically is make it as easy to manage your email address as it is to manage a crypto wallet. Or make it easy to manage a crypto wallet, as it is to manage your email address. Yeah. So really interesting. That's the direction of travel. They've been working on it for a few years.
Yeah.
Some updates should come out pretty soon. And then again, this intersection of Web3 and AI, Lightning Labs, who built the Lightning Network, which is a layer 2 network off Bitcoin, which will hopefully enable it to scale rapidly, because scaling was one of its challenges, have just released a set of developer tools which will allow AI agents, so co-pilots, to be able to pay for resources as and when they need it using Bitcoin. And it's built on LangChain, so it's LangChain Bitcoin, something like that.
Yeah.
But this could be a world we're heading into where we have these AI agents or little AI organisms that are automating parts of our life, work, and our life in other areas that are needing to negotiate or needing to get resources to do a particular job, or they might need to use an API to buy access to certain data, or to pay for your subscription, or who knows what, right? Rent your car out. FHM. Is that your subscription?
Randomly. But didn't cancel it since 1997, but anyway.
Did you still sign up on your roy667.bebo.gmail.hotel.
I did,
MySpace account?
Oh, you missed out the /.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that is a fascinating future, right?
It is because, and actually that should help, isn't it? Because if you think about it, the questions that we're already getting is, well, what's AI and what isn't, right? And some of the regulatory changes and legal challenges, which are prevalent at the moment, around certainly for the EU upcoming AI Act, which is around labelling and levels of seriousness with AI, is interesting too, because if you marry up AI with transparency, where does that leave us?
Yeah.
That leaves us, and obviously blockchain as part of that. I think that's an interesting direction of travel, definitely, and something we're already talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, AI's challenge in future is the fact that, you know, are we going to know what it's doing the whole time? Probably not. How do we create more transparency in the decisions it's making and understanding it? Because pretty quickly we get left behind. Whether we can even do that or not, who knows? But you know, I think the direction of travel for us anyway, in terms of businesses, you know, we believe businesses that are more transparent about what they're doing and their principles, and whether that's to their staff or externally or both, are going to put themselves in a much better position to succeed than what we've seen before. So the intersection of those two technologies is going to be fascinating to watch.
They will.